What up, Jobins? Happy New Year, 2023. We're going out to party. Hopefully we made it to the new year.
Hell yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, dude. We're going to Bottle Blonde.
Bottle Blonde. I believe that's the same club we were at before, too.
Down in Scottsdale. Sean's taking us out again, Jobins. It's going to bring in the new year with a bang with the boys. JJ's going with us this time for the first time. That's going to be sick. JJ's always such a cool dude, and he's always just to himself and chill and such a quiet. I love it. I love guys like that.
Yeah, still a badass teaching those classes.
God.
Yeah,
and it's been really cool because he's been helping Sean spar a lot more, and it just seemed I could see the broship. I could see it building. I'm like, oh shit, JJ's gonna fucking be a badass.
And he was like really young when he first started with those guys too.
Oh, yeah,
so to
dude.
see his evolution's really cool.
Oh, dude, he reminds me of what's his name from Ozark. That I love.
Ooh, I know who you're talking
Wyatt?
about. Wyatt from Ozark.
Just the way he looks and like his mannerisms with how cool and chill he is.
Except he would beat that dude up.
Oh, God.
He would kill Wyatt.
Not even a chance. But yeah. Jobins spent the fucking Christmas. My family came out for 8 days. Wow. Dude, Jobins, we've been hosting for what, a month?
It's been a month straight with just people coming in, which has been great.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. First, the Vegas boys came out. Shout out to the Vegas boys, who they just dropped their first pod.
I know. I saw that. I still have to watch it. But yeah, that's dope.
First take. First.
Off the top or
off the top.
I think it's off the top with Jay Rentz and our boy Zay.
Yeah, we're gonna drop the link because I was proud of them. I'm like, damn, episode 1, boys, let's go. You got to start, and if there's any other Jobins out there that want to start a pod, just start. Even if with the basics, with whatever you can get, that you can get the basics to get it going, do it. So I was pretty proud. Sorry we butchered your guys' fucking name though. That's disrespectful.
Jay Rentz and Zay, they know what's up.
Yeah. But yeah, we did a lot in those 8 days. They came out. We gotta recap. They came out. Then Warlight came out the next day. We go out to Vegas. Then he comes back for a week, sick as fuck. We're trying to dodge that.
Yeah.
And then my parents come out like 3 days later. Sono left, War left. But man, I haven't seen any of them since January.
Right. It's been a while.
Dude, I felt like Survivor. I felt like the show Survivor.
What do you mean by the show Survivor?
Because they always bring in, well, I don't know if they do it anymore because I quit watching that show. But they would bring their families out and I don't even think they were gone as long as I've been gone with my family. I think it's only like 3 or 6 months or some shit like that. But then they come out, they're all they're crying. Dude, wave of emotions when they pulled up and when they left. And it's weird because I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I'm going to cry or anything. I'm excited. And then when you hug them and you start seeing them, then it hits you. It's cool.
Especially because, we're getting older and then our parents are getting older. It's like you just really have to appreciate the time that you have with your family.
You really do.
Because, time's not limitless.
Dude, every moment fucking I took in. I just kept taking it. I just kept looking at them. Just enjoying every moment. Every day we did something. It was like adventures every day. First day I took them up to Lake Pleasant, which my dad fucking loved that shit.
It's a beautiful lake.
It's so beautiful. They all loved it. Then took them to we took them to so many restaurants. There's so many to take out here. We had
Abuelos.
Yeah.
That was the Mexican because your family really wanted to get some like authentic Mexican while they were here. So I think that was a good place.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I'm not the biggest Mexican food connoisseur, so I can't really tell the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, especially when you like grow up with Taco Bell and stuff like that.
Italian food from the hill. Like, I know good Italian food. I can tell you some difference between a good pizza or lasagna or a good pasta dish and a bad one. Like we got, and what was that? Pita
Jungle.
Pita Jungle.
The Pita Jungle.
Jobins. I didn't realize how much I loved hummus. Hummus is so good. Do you like it?
It's good, especially with the pita bread. Yeah,
dude, I could eat that shit all day. That Mediterranean food,
like Greek and
dude. I mean, that's new for me. That's a whole new world of food for Schmidt. I think I'm diving into it.
There's a good. Have you ever had gyros before? The GYROS. Those are Greek.
Gyros or gyros?
I think it's gyros. Maybe it's gyros. I'm sorry for all
probably the one wrong.
The Greek people out there that I've offended. My bad.
You're definitely the stronger one in vocabulary.
Well, that's just pronunciation too.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
Gyros. You know.
When my mom and dad, of course, they had to tell everyone I knew about how much I used to fuck up Bacardi as a kid. I found my sister drinking when she was young, and I was like, Mom, and I ratted on her because I was disappointed. I was like, my sister drinking. I was probably like 11, maybe 10. I ran up, look, Mom, barricada.
Barricada.
And she just laughed her ass off at me. Didn't even give a shit about my sister. Just laughed her at what are you saying? I was like, barricada. That's how stupid I was.
What?
Bacardi.
It was close enough.
Bacardi, bud. That's what my mom said. Bacardi. And then to this day, they still tell people. I'm like, that shit happened when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the Bacardis at all. I remember the Smirnoffs, sneaking those out.
Oh, yeah. We'd be like, dude, let's go down and get a little sip. What a hypocrite kid I was. I remember I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, you remember when I took your pipe out and smashed it out in the street? He's like, fuck yeah, I remember it. I loved that pipe. And then just a few years later, I started smoking. Damn.
Hey, though, you were a kid at that time, and then, you know, the DARE program, the cop coming in every day to the classes and telling us how bad
like,
drugs
not my
are.
father.
Well, yeah.
Not my father.
And hey, he should have hit it better.
Yeah. Weed's okay, man. That's what they need to teach kids, what's good and bad. Not to do them at a young age. Wait till you're an adult.
Yeah, that's what I would say, too. And if do it when you're responsible enough and, like, you can...
To make your own decisions and your brain's developed.
Appreciate moderation, you know.
Probably still someone thinks that's bad advice. Oh, well. But, yeah. We saw Avatar 2 with them. What did you think about that?
I thought Avatar 2 was perhaps it's the next cinematic wave, and it was a masterpiece. It was visually stunning. I was blown away, Jobins. It was, Avatar 2, 9 out of 10, easy.
One of your favorite movies of this year? Easy?
Ooh, there's only one other favorite movie. We'll probably touch on it later.
Okay.
But
right, we'll get to it later.
Avatar is probably like my second favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it was emotional. It was tear-jerking. I loved all the characters. How many times did
you cry? Tell the Jobins.
Jobins, I probably cried about a good 3-4 times.
There was one time I got emotional. It was in the boat scene when it was flipping and shit. I was like, oh, damn, it was giving me anxiety. It was shot real well. I'm like, damn, James Cameron just made Avatar 2 to up his Titanic.
No kidding.
That's all that was.
He loves his water scenes, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Loves it. Loves things sinking. But, dude, it gave me a little anxiety. Can you imagine being in a boat upside down, sinking? And when you're trying to open up the door and the pressure from the water being waves, you can't do it.
Mm-hmm. No, that was
like Pearl Harbor when those people sink and they're trying to get out. Oh, fuck, dude.
I love the whole message, too, with, like, how we need to appreciate and respect, like, the wildlife and, like, how sacred animals are to the Na'vi, which are the alien people of the planet Pandora. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn. And then they had these other animals called Tolkien, which are pretty much whales, Jobins.
Hey, they would get offended. I read an article, and if you said that around them, you'd get slapped.
To who?
James Cameron and the visual effects team.
They said it's not a whale.
It's not a whale.
Don't you ever disrespect it.
Don't you fucking dare say that.
Okay, well, they were probably at least loosely inspired by whales.
Just watch your mouth.
Okay. But anyway, the Tolkiens, as we should just call them now. Uh-huh. Man, dude, they were like, and then they explained that they were like emotionally superior to humans and like were possibly even smarter. And I was like, how could you... Jobins, watch it if you haven't already. It's overgrossed $1 billion right now. I think it has to hit $2 billion just to make even.
Yeah, that's what. And then I'm sure all the rest will come out now because he was saying if it doesn't do well, he might not release a couple. But I'm sure they'll all come out now.
Yeah, but damn, Jobins, great movie. I would recommend it for anybody. I think it's one of the best in 2022 for sure.
Damn. Should I be the Debbie Downer now?
Oh, of course. We got to have the back and forth with it.
I was just grateful. Me and my mom, Jobins, and with Brenden, movies are our life. Like, dude, our childhood is going to see movies. Some of my first memories are going to see movies with my mom. Mm-hmm. So being able to, and she loved, Avatar was one of her all-time favorite movies. She watched that how many times? At least 20.
Because back then, again, 2009, another groundbreaking moment in cinematic history.
And here's my take. I'm grateful for being able to see with them, but I'm also Mr. Critic, right? We saw it in 3D and late, so I don't know. I was a little tired, and I'm just taking it all in, you know. The 3D wasn't like the first one. Dude, and I don't know if it was because we were too close up, because we were all like this. Wow. You know what I mean? So maybe we need to go see it again. We'll wait till the shit dies down. There's no one seeing it. We'll go see it in the back, and let me see this 3D. Because I remember going to see Avatar 2009 and being like, whoa, I ain't never seen shit like this before.
Well, you got to remember, too, that real D, the 3D, was like brand new at that point to where we're more used to it. So you probably have higher expectations. It still utilized 3D effects really well.
I feel like there was 1 or 2 moments, and that was it. That was actual 3D. And it was one time when she drew her bow, and then I think a spear time, where I was like, okay, yeah, that actually felt like 3D. Even the little floaty jellyfish, they didn't seem like they were floating out like they did in the first one.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say that they did, because when I said, I was like, yeah, they definitely were 3D and looked crazy.
Maybe, and 3D movies, they just give me a headache.
And yeah, it was a long movie, and then to have the glasses on and to have the 3D effects, it could be a lot for someone.
It was my first 3D movie in forever.
Dude, but to say it didn't utilize 3D enough would be a travesty, because your dad was sitting right next to me, and he's doing this, like reaching out towards the screen, and it just gave my heart joy. I was like, I love this. This is an experience. It's more than just a great story, because it is a great story. It's also a cinematic experience of feeling like you're in this world of Pandora.
And that's my other problem.
When a baby boomer can see a movie and be like, think he's in a world, that's amazing.
I give it hats off to James Cameron I love when you do deep character development. It's there. The whole world. To the very fucking dot and T. But I think it was just so fucking long, dude. It's so long. And that's one of the rumors all the other ones are. Long.
Well, you know what your mom said, and I agreed with that sentiment. It wasn't long enough.
Then enough of this shit at the theaters and put it on Netflix or Disney, wherever you're signed, and make it a show.
Well, the thing is, though, how many people have the 3D TVs?
Yeah.
Because that's when I would really want to see it in 3D if you had a whole show.
I want to go see it in regular. I think it would... I like regular, and I think even for me, I don't know if there's Jobins out there who don't like 3D like me, but I think the special effects probably would have been better for me.
What you're saying when you say I want to see it in regular, it's like me being like, oh, I love that last movie we watched. I wish it was in black and white, though.
Dude, you never know.
That's the levels of evolution with film.
You never know. You might flip a movie on black and white and see it a whole completely different. So I don't know about that.
There's artistic reasons behind like Clerks maybe or something like
Lighthouse?
That was a good movie. That's another good argument towards black and white, but that was an artistic direction. I'm talking about just standard black and white.
Have you ever just turned something into black and white though and be like, man, this is different?
Okay, let me do a better example. A better example would be King Kong's 1976, I think, where it's like claymation or you got a guy in a suit and then saying, I would like that more than the visuals we get.
Maybe, okay. Let me put the stupid arguments away of the 3D. Those are nothing even to do with the movie, right? 3D doesn't make or break a movie to me because I don't have to see it in 3D. Those one movies that are made back in a couple of years ago that they were making for 3D, yeah. What was that one parkour movie? Enough. You know what I mean? That's why they don't even do them anymore.
But James Cameron did a good job with the 3D because the terrible movie with 3D was Black Panther's Wakanda. I watched that in 3D with my buddy.
And it was just pointless?
It was pointless.
That's how I feel about 3D. So that's why I'm just like, maybe before I give my review of Avatar, I need to just be ready. You need to get your mind right. Prepare for a 3-hour adventure that you need to lock yourself in for. Don't fucking take your eyes off the screen.
I would watch it again.
We need to.
Because I liked it so much.
Yeah, because the only thing, this is the real thing. Dude, how long was, it was like, it should have been Avatar, Friends with the what?
Oh, it's Way of the Water.
I know, but what was the whale, that we shouldn't call a whale?
Oh, Tolkien's.
So yeah, it should have been Avatar 2, Friends with Tolkien's. Because a good chunk of that fucking movie I felt like was just about the damn Tolkien.
They needed to be built up because I needed to feel emotion for the Tolkien, who I had to go and record his name, is Payakon. Payakon, who is an outcast Tolkien because his mom got killed by the bad humans. Yeah. Spoiler alert. And it's like when he gets his memories, because they all have those tales that they link into, and then he shows one of the Na'vi what he had experienced, and you're like, damn, that Tolkien went through some stuff.
I'll shout out that too. Again, Avatar 2 had me hating the humans again. I'm like, let's go aliens. Fuck these humans. Fuck these disease. It's the whole way of the message of Avatar. I get it, James Cameron. We all get it. Mm-hmm. I get it. You can connect all what you want to whatever animal. I get it.
Plus, I felt represented a little more. I think my dad would like it, and my Moran side, because those new Na'vi that they met, because they had to run away from it, those were like Pacific Islanders, like Hawaiians, Samoans, like. And I was like, okay, I vibe with this.
Yeah. When are we gonna get some red ones?
Yeah, well, there's a report that the next one's gonna have gray Na'vi.
Gray Na'vi. Are they gonna be in the frozen lands?
I don't know. Maybe a volcanic or something.
Volcanic.
Something's gonna happen.
I like it. It's like frogs. You know what I mean?
There's
so many different. You can play that frog game and just breed a whole bunch of different frogs. I get it, James Cameron. Science, very science. And I appreciate all that. It's just maybe a little shorter.
Did you know that Sigourney Weaver played Kiri, which was the daughter?
Oh, really?
The young one that was like like her and that one normal human that was raised on the planet like each other. You know that whole narrative. That was Sigourney Weaver the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Because she was technically the child of Sigourney Weaver's.
And she's still doing
Avatar.
that thing in the box, but then she's not. I just still really don't understand that.
They'll explain it more in the third Jobins.
Yeah, I really still don't really get that.
There's a lot to the story.
Yeah, because I get the whole dropping the one into the. Why isn't she dropped down in there?
We should rewatch the first one before we go see the second one again.
Yeah. Special effects, great. Storytelling, epic. Again, my favorite part was the ending with the ship. That whole part. And it's fucking emotional. Yes, at the end I was like, oh, this is so sad.
But my 9 out of 10 here.
Yeah. I would give it a 7 out of 10.
That's fair. That's fair because you were dogging on it pretty hard when we first watched it. Yeah, and
then you sit back and you read, and I'm like, okay, I was just tired, and I'm taking it in. I'm really like, and sometimes I'm just thinking about sitting there with my family. I'm like, oh, this is so cool, and then I'm thinking about shit. And you get in those recliners, Jobins, and it was a 3-hour movie. What time we go see it?
Oh my gosh, 1:30. I don't think we got out till 5.
I was like, did we go see it at nighttime? They would have backed me up a little more. I took a little snooze, maybe. I took probably a 10-minute nap on accident because I'm sitting back in the recliner. I'm like, oh, this is so comfortable. And then I'm like, oh, shit. Before I knew it, I'm like, oh, I missed a part.
I can't believe you. I don't even think your dad fell asleep.
I know.
And you fell asleep.
I know.
You have no excuses.
Yeah. Again, I think I need to re-see it. We were busy doing stuff, hosting. It's a lot. All right, there's our Avatar 2. Let us know what you think, Jobins. I'm probably gonna get shit on for my shitty fucking review. I'm happy you loved it though.
Yeah.
We gotta wait 2 years for the third one, 2 years for the fourth one, and so on. Maybe who knows?
I could watch it. They should make a TV show of Avatar. I would watch it.
Yeah. But shout out my dad, Jobins. I'm switching it up. Shout out my dad. He's going through a lot right now. A lot of Jobins might know some of the OGs. We don't really talk about it too much on the pod. But my dad's going through cancer right now, and he was able to come down. The doctors are so cool. And what's crazy about Missouri is how good of a cancer treatment center they have out there, because they're talking about, if they really want to move out here, it'd be a little tough because there's not as good.
It was not the same level of care. Was it Siteman's?
Yeah, and all those doctors really, they care about their people. They really care about my dad. They've been there. They got a lot of memories with each other. My dad's been through a lot. He's had cancer since 2009. He's got skin cancer. And he's had, it spreads on your face, it spreads on your shoulders, spreads on your arms, your chest. And you have to go get radiation and chemotherapy. He's done all that for a long time. And even got to a point where they're like, oh, yeah, can't take too many more. And then it pops up in different spots of the body. It popped up in his lung right before I moved out. And it actually kind of was like, I was like, ooh, do I wait until he's done? And he gave me the okay. He was like, no, I'm going to be okay. You go do this. I'm going to be okay. I want you to go do this. I was like, okay. Because I was almost like, ugh, I might have to stay and wait. Just see how it goes. It was a little small spot in his lung. Took care of it, gone. But they said, they're like, oh, it might travel to the brain. This cancer loves to travel to the brain. So they had to do to make sure it doesn't go there. So they zapped him then. Still winded up going to his brain and his liver. Just about 6 weeks ago is when they found it. Because he goes every couple weeks and he keeps getting his scans. So thankfully doing that, they find it right away when it's small.
They told him too that, like, man, if we didn't find this here, you'd be dead.
You'd be dead. You'd be dead. Cancer sucks, dude. As we've talked about my Uncle John many times, what he had to go through.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, it sucks. And it can take any of us. Doesn't matter what you eat. Doesn't matter how healthy you are, mindset, anything. Yeah. But my dad, because of my Uncle John, because of me, because of things, he's been really inspired and like just staying real positive with all this, which is, I truly believe is the best thing you can do. He's trying his best. He's not giving up. He's fighting. And the doctors, shout out to the doctors, because they timed it to where, because he had to do 4 rounds of chemotherapy. He got 2 of them done before he came out here, and then they even timed it to where he wouldn't feel like shit when he was out here. He looked good and felt good. He had some sores and shit from the radiation, but then being out here in the Arizona heat and dry, or not heat, but the dryness, he was healing up real quick. By the time he was gone, that shit was almost healed. So that was cool. But now he has to go back, and he finishes his last 2. He goes for a week, waits 3 weeks, goes, and so on. January 4th, he'll do some scans because
that's important.
Yeah, it's an important date because they're going to see how this is doing with the liver and brain. They said they're not too worried about the brain because it was smaller, and that the liver one they were a little more worried about because it was like size of a quarter, he said. Yeah. But again, you just got to have faith, stay positive, stay strong, keep up with the docs. I keep trying, like Sean does to me, and it's all learning. So much self-reflection I have with my parents. I'm like, damn, this is probably because I would just want my parents to be healthier. They smoke so many fucking cigarettes.
I know. And it's fuck you, cigarettes.
Yeah, dude. Fuck addiction, because I can't, it's like Tim said, you can't preach and talk about it. But at least the wheels are turning to where I'm like, man, as I'm getting older, I need to start being better, because it's sad seeing it.
I know, and it's a lot of nerve-wracking, like just waiting. So, like Jobins, just if you get any thoughts and prayers you can offer to Papa Schmitty, would be greatly appreciated. That this next scan comes out negative.
Yeah,
negative's good, not positive. Negative.
Oh yeah. And he's ready to kick its ass, and yeah. Hopefully it all comes back. Hopefully it comes back good. But yeah. Let's go back to the good stuff, because it was so cool. What an experience, like never in a million years, dude. Again, going back to when I first even saw or who Sean O'Malley was, that this would all be fucking happening. And like my parents, even up to when we were moving, weren't really like, they didn't know what the fuck this all was about.
What to expect.
They didn't know what we were doing. And so to have them out here and see it all, and now I even know they're more comfortable and positive about it, because they told me, you know what I mean? But never in a million years would I think Sean would do the things he's done for me. You know what I mean? Sean is a fucking legend. So, and my mom, the things that all of them, my whole family.
Right.
They just came out here and spoiled the shit out. They got us a fucking barbecue pit.
Yeah, Weber Grill.
Yeah,
let's go.
Life changing for us. Then they got us so much like just little house shit that you need, Jobins. They filled us the fuck up.
We've been eating really good. So good that I've been like overeating.
Oh, God. The fridge is full with leftovers. It's like, oh, God, we got to either eat this or give it away before it goes bad. So, yeah, just shout out to all these guys. Sugar Shane, he came over and we rewatched the fight with, I wish you were there. You were at work that day.
Right.
But, boy, how many times have we rewatched the fight with Sean?
A few times.
Yeah. And this one just felt like watching it all over again, because my family was getting all excited. Sean got all excited from my family getting all excited. It was just such a cool, surreal experience. One that I know my family will never forget, and I try to tell them, like, don't treat him like he's a celebrity, because they're like oohing and on. Like my mom's going, oh my God, he's right there, and then he's right there. Like she's saying shit, and it's so cool to see. And I know he loves that shit, but I was just like, just treat him like he's Brenden, like he's my brother. And then, Sean broke my heart.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Tell him.
2 times he broke my heart, where I just was like, oh my God, don't cry. Because we're talking about something with the pool chemicals and stuff with my mom. And I'm like, oh, that's just my mom. And he goes, what, Schmidt? She's my mama too now. And I was like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm like, I want to give you a hug. And then the second time is the last night we were all together. We were going to go to headquarters and just have a good dinner now. Sean's like, dude, you think they'd care if I took them all out? And I was like, champ, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you don't have to do that, and they wouldn't care. You can, you know. And he's like, yeah, dude, I want to take him out. I'm like, oh fuck, champ. And then we went to PETA Jungle, and dude, I'm Wildflower and PETA Jungle, life changing.
Oh yeah,
for real, because I love Wildflower, and even my mom fell in love with Wildflower. They all did, but my mom really did. She thought it was the best fucking salad. So shout out Wildflower. If we can get a sponsor, bet. And then PETA Jungle, that shit was lit.
That was what was awesome too. Is just like how cool Sean is. Just to like he's like part of the family, you know.
Oh, dude.
Like it felt like a good family dinner. Danny was there too.
Breaking bread. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Exactly.
Like, yeah, that felt just like a family outing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't feel like I was having dinner paid for by some like famous celebrity. It's just like a brother, you know. So
right. And
shout out to Sean for everything.
And he just makes those brother jokes. He making them all laugh and everything.
Oh yeah, he said some funny shit.
Dude,
that had me dying.
Yeah, the whole family's like, and they got to meet everyone but Michaela and the dad. But next time.
Yeah.
But just so shout out Sean. Thank you, brother. You're a fucking legend. It's inspiring because I'm like, I want to get there. You know what I mean? I want to give back. And then I'm fighting. My mom's like this. I'm fighting my mom. She's like, I want to pay. She's like, let me pay. And I'm like, I'm gonna tell the waitress to give her my card. I'm like, Mom, Sean wants to pay. He wants to take us all out. Be kind of maybe insulting. And then she talked me into it. I was about to do it. I'm like, all right. And then my Aunt Laura's just like, no, I don't know. And then I didn't even want to tell Sean. You know what I mean? I told him after. And he's like, no, that's just what moms do. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because this is the truth. He does so much for everybody.
To act like he hasn't done a lot, it would be crazy.
And it's just who he is naturally.
And he never like brings up anything that he's done for anyone. He's never been like, oh, my shit don't stink. He's a real down to earth, like.
That's what I tell him. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. Because I was friends with him. I became friends with Sean. He was famous. You know what I mean? But he wasn't famous like he is now. And our boys never changed. And that's just one thing I really admire and appreciate. Yeah, he's changed in a few ways. Because I remember back in the day when our boy would be like, oh, I'm not going to be buying cars or chain watches. And now look at him, bling, bling, ice.
But hey,
fast.
Always a smart reason at least. You know, it's a prop. It's going to be on videos.
Dude, his Richard Milley, his plan, like he told me just to play. I'm like, dude. And those are the moments where I listen and I take in because our boy is such a businessman at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
He's a CEO. He's a legit, like he could be a CEO if he wasn't a fighter. Even he's doing both. He's both.
It all comes back to the mental training those guys do. Tim and Sean, just the stoicism and like thinking clearly and precisely and having a goal.
2022, brother, we had a great year. We did obviously I could get better, but that's this year.
Yeah, we can all get better.
Every fucking year. Yeah.
Every year.
I know the improvements I made, and you know your improvements you've made. And my focus this coming year. Mindset healthier, body healthier, eating healthier, working out better. Again, before my mom and dad get there, literally that morning, Sean comes over with gym equipment and washer and dryers and fucking fridges for the other house. And he's like, Schmidt, you want this? I'm like, what? Because this thing's like a fucking legit workout thing.
Yeah, it's one of those standing ones, right?
Yeah,
where it has a bunch of
pulleys.
And
it's got it all, dude. It's got it all. And I don't know, because one time I told him, I was like, dude, it's like the gym. Like I had my insecurities of even walking into the gym, right? But like, oh, what are people because of how big I was? But then once I got in there and started doing it, now I'm comfortable as fuck. Don't even give a shit. That's how it would be with working out. You know what I mean? Right now, because dude, the couple times we go in there, Jobins, we work out. I know this is a horrible excuse. Don't care what people think. But for me, I gotta get there a little bit because I'm this big 6'5" guy, and that day we went and benched. Dude, that 135 killed me, right? And when I see people looking at me, it just gets me sometimes. Because these guys are jacked.
Just do high reps. No one's going to judge you if you're doing low weight and a lot of it.
But, dude, we are in it feels like we're in a Hollywood gym, bro. Everyone looks fucking phenomenal.
This is true. There's very beautiful people at the gym.
Dude, and they're wearing these crazy outfits. Everyone's in outfits. And here I am, and I'm like, I'm 135, I'm 6'5". It just so... I know that if I just kept doing it, I'd get more comfortable. But I told that to Sean one time, and I think he was like, had an idea or something.
I've gotten a lot more comfortable too, just getting in better shape. So it does get easier. It does get easier.
And that's why I was just very excited because, dude, let's turn our garage into a sick ass at home workout. He gave us a fucking bike thing, the bike thing, and then he gave us that fucking huge workout. We can get some fucking dumbbells and shit. You got that sit-up bar
the
thing?
Secret Santa at work. I got gifted that by my manager.
Yeah. And then we can get we got our fucking Sean boombox we can have out there. Maybe get some speakers. Dude.
That's the next thing I want to work out is my abs workouts with that iron gym.
Same. Dude, my main focus is here to my hips. And my ass. I want to get an ass.
Yeah, squats. You got that.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. These are things I want to work on. And thanks to Sugar Shane again for hooking us up, because that at-home workout, dude, that's going to be life-changing. And we got our pool getting going. Just being able to go work out in the garage whenever we want. How fucking cool is that? We can work out real hard, fucking go jump in the pool.
Yeah. Get that cold plunge too in the winter times like this where it's probably pretty chilly.
Life is fucking awesome right now. It's inspiring. So 2022, good year. 2023, even better. We were talking to somebody. Oh, it was my tattoo guy. Because me and my sister shout out sis, we got matching tattoos.
Which are cool. The cactus.
Oh, yeah. And it's got a lot more meaning. You know, moving out here and everything. It's cool. Addicting. This thing didn't even hurt. Getting it, I was talking to him. I was like, is it weird that it feels good? Because I remember my knee one. I don't know if it was just the first time getting it or if it was just because it's right on the knee. But it hurt. This one felt good.
On the ankle too, huh?
Yeah. I was like.
Or a little above the ankle.
I was like, oh, man, this feels a little good. I'm addicted. I want to get more tattoos. Later, though.
You'd look cool with a bunch of tats.
Should
If you had a
face?
sleeve on your arm, that'd be pretty hard.
I know. And then I'm like, am I a sleeve kind of guy? Am I a one-piece art kind of guy? Or am I a different random tattoo kind of guy that's just kind of crazy?
You're a different random tattoo guy that's kind of crazy.
That's what
Especially with how you grew up with your room and you would always have a bunch of posters all crazy. Your wall.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even see the paint because there'd be so much
I would just take
things on the wall.
Things that I thought were sick in magazines. Like, oh, that's going along. And I just make it all.
It's so cool how your parents always like at least your mom too promoted your creativity.
Yeah.
Because my parents would have been like, get that shit off your walls. Because you would rip stuff off magazines, like pages of things that were cool and put them on there.
I think they saw it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's creative and he's artsy.
It was
always artsy.
A unique room.
And my mom was artsy. She fucking drew Jiminy Cricket and all the shit, all the little baby guys and decorating.
Scrapbooking.
Yeah, and she got a scholarship. A scholarship in art, yeah. So, and she went to college for it for a little bit. She was so.
Oh, and she's a poet too. She's gotten poems published.
Yeah.
So.
My mom's a legend. But yeah, I think that's where. So she was kind of like, "Oh, I see it. He's got it too." Cause yeah, that shit was fun. What were we talking about?
Oh well, we were bringing up. Oh gosh, well we kind of got off tangent there, I guess.
We did.
Because we were talking about your room and how it was crazy like that.
We were talking about being creative. Oh well, that's gone. Damn, that's what happens when you get a little too stony baloney. Yeah.
But
we were talking about tattoos with sis.
Tattoos. That's how it got to it. Was the tattoos.
Yeah.
Which again, really cool. You got one because you were talking about how many tattoos you're gonna get. I said you'd be a crazy person with your tats.
Yeah. We're rewinding in our minds.
What about me? You think I'll ever get a tattoo?
Can you handle the pain?
I'd like to think I can, but I don't know.
Because you saying you want to get your first tat on your neck worries me. Because I think it's like, okay, feel the pain first before you decide. Because the neck tat would look sick on you. I'm not saying it wouldn't. I think you'd look sick with the neck tat. Get whatever you want. But I just think you should get a little something small somewhere. So you're like, okay.
Might be a 2024 thing.
Dude, I think I was thinking about when Sean got his 8-hour fucking outline on his chest. I'm like, that would be intense. 8 hours? That's a long fucking time. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, I think you should get a little tat.
It would be sick. Well, maybe. We'll see. Couple years. We'll give it a couple years.
Oh, we were talking about moms and shit. Damn, stop thinking about what you were talking, Schmidt. Start talking about something else. You know, bud?
What do you want to switch back? Because when we were talking about movies, you asked if it was my favorite movie of the year.
Oh, what was it?
And it wasn't.
What was it?
Avatar was not my favorite movie of the year.
What?
Pinocchio.
Yeah, we did watch Pinocchio.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio was my favorite movie of 2022.
It was so dark in the ending, dude. Like, I love that claymation, stop motion shit.
Yeah, apparently it's the longest stop motion film ever made.
Dude, they just keep getting crazier. That's mind-blowing shit. In fact, it's almost to me like I could watch like they should film the entire movie being made, and I could almost watch that. Just that.
You know what the next step is? Stop motion with 3D.
That'd be cool.
Damn, but the Pinocchio story, it was different. I love the setting too. I'm a big history buff, and it takes place in like the 1930s, like fascist Italy. And then I didn't even know this, Benito Mussolini, that short guy that's like the dictator at that time, and he's fascism, and he's the reason it's like that. He's voiced by Tom Kenny.
Who's Tom Kenny?
This guy that voices SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
Did not know that. I was going through the IMDb today.
He is a voice legend actor.
And I was like, that was Mussolini.
Voice actor legend. Legendary voice actor.
And Guillermo del Toro made such a serious figure like Benito Mussolini voiced by SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That is cool.
And Cate Blanchett, guess who she voiced?
Who?
The monkey. Spazzatura. No real lines or anything, but...
And Ian McGregor was the cricket?
Yeah, Sebastian J. Cricket. Yeah. He was my favorite character.
I know, dude.
He would have these moments where he would just talk to Pinocchio and he'd say some of the wisest, like... saddest, deepest things. And I was like, huh. And then that's when I would cry. I probably cried like 5 times.
Yeah. It was Pinocchio. Good. I did like Pinocchio. I'd give that one a solid like 8.5.
It was a 9.5.
Yeah. It was just so dark and I felt so empty at the end of it. I was like,
the ending was sad.
I was like, wait a minute. That's what happened to me. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
It was a deep message movie.
Yeah, yeah. And I always appreciate Gamora. Except the Netflix show, I didn't really. It was okay.
The Curious Cabinets or something? Cabinet of Curiosities.
It was okay. We'll see how season 2 is.
Dude, that one, there was some pretty dark episodes.
I think there was only like one episode I really liked. I was like, okay.
The one where the lady took her eyes out and then they put the son in the oven? That was deep dark.
Dude, I've just been a big giant hater on movies and shit lately. I did. You didn't like the one I liked. We're so different lately. You're Mr. Adventureland, and then like my history movies, I kind of like, and they're kind of like.
Oh, you liked Amsterdam.
That's
the movie you're thinking of with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, dude, Jobins. I'm like, man, Leo's always been my number one, but damn, Christian Bale, dude. Every time he's in a movie, like he did it again. We know it's Christian Bale, but I felt like that was his character, who he was. He's so good at it, and he steals the show. He's such an and he does that for. Name a movie where he doesn't kill it.
Dude, and the co-star too, that Denzel Washington's son. He sounds just like his dad,
and he does a great job.
And he's a good actor too.
He's a great actor. Yeah, everyone did good. Margaret Robbie did good.
Yeah, she was good in it too.
Yeah, just the whole thing. That's why I really can't wait for the nuke movie. What's the fuck with Christopher Nolan's next movie?
Oh, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. That's gonna be fucking awesome. But yeah, I would definitely go check out Amsterdam Jobins, strictly for Christian Bale's performance.
It's a good mystery movie.
Yeah, yeah. And then we were rewatching Don't Look Up with my family.
Oh yeah.
I think you were at work that day, were you?
Probably. Yeah. I don't recall watching that again.
Dude, that's a good movie. That was a movie that I saw right before I was moving and leaving my family, and it just reminded me of that. But then rewatching with them. I was putting myself in the situation. I'm like, damn, that would be so fucking crazy if we actually knew.
And the worst part, it's like it could have been avoided.
Oh,
the whole movie's about greed stopping us.
Leo did such a good job at making you feel the anxiety of like a scientist who knows what could be done, and the politics, the entrepreneurs, the smart tech people are all causing chaos that stop it. Which is such a mirror and reflection of the reality that we live in. So, like, that movie does a really good job at making me think, like, how the fuck would this go down?
And what's scary, too, is he's, like, this well-respected, or, like, this really smart scientist, but even he can fall into the trappings of just human greed and, like, human just selfishness, like, even having an affair, like, doing all these things he did.
That was the good thing that Adam McKay did, was bringing out, like, the human reaction to everything, even no matter who you are, faced with death in the end of everything.
If a meteor's coming to us, maybe we get a robot to take care of it.
I was telling my mom, I'm like, and the whole point of the movie also stabs at people like Elon Musk.
Yeah, it does.
And that's where I'm like, okay, if a meteor is coming right at us, he would have a couple ways to save us, right? Would money really fuck this up? Like like money and politics would really fuck this up. Like,
at the end of the day, Elon Musk is a businessman.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? There's other engineers out there that aren't billionaires. This guy is money minded. He would, if there's resources on this damn meteor that's gonna crash into Earth, and he thinks that he has a plan to be able to gather the resources and stop the meteor, have his cake and eat it too. You don't think he's gonna do it, or at least attempt?
With me, I feel like even with all that, I would have it like, all right, we're gonna try this. If it doesn't work, and because you know he's gonna have his like, okay, if we try this and it doesn't work, all this could happen, and then I would at least try. I would hope that he would at least try, because my faith right now is in Elon Musk. If a fucking meteor is coming at us, and then do you think they tell us? Do you think he like? What if like all of a sudden tomorrow, Elon Musk like, hey guys, a giant meteor was coming right at us. I fucking blew it up, took care of it. We're about to see a really crazy show, but we're going to be completely fine. And it was just like some crazy meteorite show. Well, or would you be okay with that? Or would you rather know ahead? Like, hey guys, look, this fucking thing's coming. We did our shit. This thing's coming right at us. And we got this option, and this option. Do you think there'd be like a voting? Or do you think they would just fucking...
Dude, what would happen? It'd just be like the Twitter buyout. You know, Elon Musk would come in confident as hell. He'd be like, we can stop this easy. SpaceX is behind this. Everyone just believe in me. Next thing is the reports are going to come out, and then the logistics, he's going to realize it's not plausible to actually stop this meteor, and he's going to try to back out of the deal last second. And then because of all the promises he's made, the government's going to be like, no, you got to do it. Just like how he was like, oh, I'm going to buy Twitter for this much. And then when he found out the company wasn't profitable, he tried to back out and be like, oh, I can't do it. And then he had to buy in, though, because he had already made all these promises and agreements.
Do you think it would be like maybe...
And now look at Twitter. And now he's losing Tesla stock, too, because he had to liquidate his shares.
I'm just going to go back. You know, when I think of Don't Look Up, I'm going to think of Armageddon. I'm going to Armageddon.
I would... Hopefully something like that would happen. I think that's something outside.
I was like, is Sean down there whistling?
No. There's probably one of our neighbors and their dogs or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go back to Armageddon, dude, because I would hope that we would try something. Because, man, that movie makes you just sad. Because it's like, oh, my God, this would probably be the way it happens. And then it's like, would you be bad or good? If you know, we finally look up. The day comes and we see that star coming. I think about the dinosaurs and all that kind of shit that also happened too. Mm-hmm. Like, think about how long the dinosaurs were around. They had to have been smart, right? They probably had to have looked up at some point at night and be like, oh shit, that's new. Even though at least thought it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's new.
What's terrifying to me is like, it's totally possible for a meteor that size to crash. There's a meteor site in Arizona.
And then even if they didn't tell us, it would come to the night where someone's going to look up and see a different star that's looks way different, coming, getting bigger. Mm-hmm. So we'll know. At the end of the day, we're going to know at least up to 3 days, right?
Oh, jeez.
I know. And then it's like, okay.
I don't know how fast those things move.
Well, the way the movie projected about it, it's like it takes time. We'll see it before it gets here. Mm-hmm. So now, forget all the bullshit. They didn't tell us. They did tell us. Had a plan. Didn't have a plan. It's coming. Are you going to be good or bad those last couple days? Because I think that's the real inner question that every person wonders.
I'm going to be good.
You're going to be good.
I'm going to try to get into heaven, bro.
I'm
a good person.
Nothing matters anymore. Everything's about to end. Everyone at the same fucking time. You're going to be good?
I'm going to spend it with the people that mean the most to me.
Yeah, because how many people are going to be bad? Are you even going to make it to the last day? Yeah, right?
You could be killed easily.
You could be killed
Riots,
easily.
Everything happening
people
like that.
People just being crazy for fun. Think about the people who would be bad for fun.
What about the prisons? Do you really think prison guards are going to stay around to actually look over the
I know. Do they
facility?
Just let everyone out?
Or
do they just go, well, guys, don't matter anymore? Or because it's kind of sick. It'd be kind of sick if we knew, yeah, it's coming. We're all about to die. The plans failed. And to keep them all in there?
I mean, if you did a crime, you got to pay the time.
Even when we're all faced with its certain death. I don't know, man. That's a kind of a good top. That's maybe a good debate that maybe we need to know.
They need a doomsday initiative. We need to figure out what we do.
So if a meteor's coming, do I get out my last couple days or what? That's a fucking truth. Because, yeah, dude. That'd be kind of
I don't think anyone's thought about that scenario, so they've never had a plan for that.
I know. That's the scariest thing of all is, like, we don't really have a plan. And we don't really know how we'd act if that shit happened.
I bet it would be like the movie, too. Elon and all those people, they're either going in the bunkers to be protected or they're going up. Down or up, one of the two.
I think I would hope that they're like, okay, they know ahead of time. Plans fail. All right. Last fucking hope is we're going here.
Do you think they're really going to tell the general public that? No way. And they're going to tell everyone it's safe because you don't want any panic to ruin the plans of escape.
True.
And then all these mobs of people trying to storm the ships that are being...
Or destroy it stop them from doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's like if we're all dying, you're dying too, motherfuckers. Wow. Chaos and war, dude. If a meteor is coming to take us out.
Elon Musk has how many kids? You think he's going to want your families there? No way. No way.
Fuck. Yeah.
The people that matter are going to be the ones that make it out.
Yeah.
God, that's a scary scenario, but
yeah.
I don't think that'll happen in our lifetime.
You never know, dude. Especially with technology. What if they found one? They're like, okay, yeah, it's coming, it'll hit, but it's like 150 years from now. Think they tell us that?
Yeah, I think if they had that spot out, yeah, because that would be enough time to at least get some plans together. And 150 years?
And then like 2 years later, like, yeah, guys, we lied. It's actually coming in about 6.
We were 148 years off. It's coming in the next 2.
Dude, like a fucking weatherman, dude. I thought it was supposed to fucking rain today, dude. It's fucking...
We've realized that meteors travel much faster than previously thought.
When such and such falls into place that we learned. And that happened.
I would be panicked.
Yeah, we'd be like, okay.
If that correction happened and they were like, we were 148 years off, it's only 2 years left, they wouldn't tell us. Mm-hmm. They'd be like, oh, it's still 150.
We're good. Oh, dude. Such a scary thing. All right, well, let's get into the big one. Andrew Tate arrested.
Oh.
The big talk of the town. Ooh. Now, here's the thing. This is why it's just so fucking... grab your popcorn. Because... the 3 strike things that keep popping up now that he keeps talking about. Mm-hmm. I got my 3 strikes. First, they try to cancel you. Then they arrest you. And then if that fails, they kill you.
Then third one, they kill you.
And I'm like, dude, if that shit happens, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well, my question, an American British former kickboxer, why the hell does he live in Romania anyways?
I know. There's so many things. So... obviously, there's not enough details yet to even put it on a real good opinion or know anything because I'm fucking stupid. But he talked about it before with the human trafficking. If he would have had this is all just weird. The whole thing's weird. Spontaneously, randomly, he goes after Greta. Mm-hmm. And that bitch got his ass. And then he gets all Mr. Andrew Tate, who's been preaching all this stoicism shit, and then freaks out. I was even
no stoicism there.
Bro, I was laughing at you. I was laughing along with you because we're laughing. I'm like, he freaked out over the tiny dick email. And I'm like, does he have a tiny dick?
Yeah.
Because that's the only, I'm like, okay, if I got a tiny dick and this bitch called me out, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Greta on Twitter was like, yeah, if you have this proof, go ahead and email me at smalldick@getalife.
And he freaked out.
That's your email.
And he freaked out. Yeah. Even the comebacks weren't that good, and they were kind of just so off. Andrew, it was off. I'm not an Andrew Tate specialist or anything, but to me, it just seems off.
Seems like tiny dick energy.
The whole thing. You're telling me Elon Musk, dude, Andrew Tate is so right about some things. Influence is what changes the world. What does music do? Influence. Music can change the fucking world. A movie can change the fucking world.
Right.
Every day, what's fucking programmed into our little rat minds, mice minds.
Little rat minds.
Yeah, in the news. Every day that's painted to us is what we're perceiving and fucking everything. So Andrew Tate's right on that. And he did have a strong influence on a lot of people. And all of a sudden, it's making these waves and raising eyebrows. If he's right about how the people in power, when influence is affecting them and they seize to change it, the Matrix is real.
How can you trust politics when you got SBF giving $5.2 million to Biden's donation? At the White House, they had a press conference, and they're like, are you planning on giving the donation funds back? And they're like, due to the Hatch Act, we're actually unable to disclose any more information about this. I was like, don't give me a stupid act to say that you can't take. It's just a lot, dude.
Well,
I'm not political one way or the other,
know,
but I get what you're saying about influence.
Well, yeah, because Elon Musk fucking gives him back his Twitter.
Lifts the ban on, yeah.
Lifts the ban. Okay. The power god of Elon Musk has unbanned Andrew Tate. And then he just randomly does a flex shit talk to Greta. Just about his cars and all this. Randomly. Pretty fucking randomly. And then this bitch just says a small little tiny joke that fucking sends our boy on a rabbit hole. And a pizza box, because this is another thing. They're saying that the pizza box gave away his location that he was in the country. In Romania.
Yeah, it was a Romanian pizza chain. Jerry's Pizza.
Dude, how many times have we heard Andrew Tate talk about how he loves living there? They know he's there all the time.
Yeah, but he travels so frequently that the date and time of the post,
they know he's
were
there.
able to do it that way.
There.
Yeah.
So there is an investigation. Because that's the only thing. He preached last time about how there was no investigation and all this, and he was let go.
So they were doing this before even Greta had messaged, even before that Twitter feud. They were on his ass.
They have an investigation. So we just have to wait and find out.
I bet he gets convicted.
He's really doing human trafficking.
I guarantee. I don't guarantee. I have a good feeling he does.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
there's no reason for him to live there without wanting to get away with shit. That's like me going to the Cayman Islands. That's like me going to the Cayman Islands and putting money in there and being like, oh, I don't put that money in there to hide shit. No, I'm just there to go all the way to this place.
Remember how he tried suing the one guy for, he did sue the
defamation? Or?
Yeah, for saying it. So it's like, what's the truth and what's not? I don't know yet. Because it's all just very weird to me with, like, why all of a sudden...
Yeah, Tate and 3 others charged with human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized criminal group.
Yeah.
Charged, so it's not convicted yet, but that's not looking good.
I got the bucket of popcorn, and I'm ready to learn what the fuck's going on. Because, there's got to be there's got to be evidence or something to get him like that.
You know what this says to me, though? We really shouldn't ban anyone from Twitter. Because if there are criminals that are self-incriminating themselves and showing us where they're at, maybe Twitter's a great platform to have these people on.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like they would have never been able to identify that he was there, and they wouldn't have had those people there then.
Similar to when people get killed, when people get shot and killed by posting accidentally posting their location and people finding out. Shit's scary. Shit's crazy.
Damn, that whole Twitter controversy too. I don't know.
So you're telling me Greta Thunberg, whatever how you ever say it.
Thunberg, right? We were saying it wrong the whole time until someone said it and was like, "Oh, that's how it's pronounced." You're telling me
little Greta took our boy down. Not our boy. Took big old.
Yeah, I know. You keep saying our boy. I'm like, we ain't associated with this guy.
Yeah. Took Andrew Tate down.
Not alone, but she had a good part in it.
Yeah. If he's really doing the human trafficking and all that other fucked up shit, that's fucked.
But it's like, what is human trafficking in this instance? Because is it him like doing the lover boy schemes where he's like having these girls come over and seducing them and like they're leaving their husbands and stuff? Because we were watching a bunch of reports and then the one was like the lady left her husband and then the husband called the Romanian authorities being like, hey, she's gone.
But she was really just over having a good time with Andrew.
Right. But then it seems like once you're there with Andrew and then you want to leave, you're already in too deep kind of deal.
Really?
It seems like that's how he's trapping them. Again, innocent till proven guilty. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Not looking good for Tate.
Yeah. Interesting. All very interesting.
Yeah. And he was just talking shit on Logan Paul before that, calling him the worst POS and all this. And then he gets taken down like that. Oof.
Yeah, which even Logan Paul's thing, I feel, because the guy who's shining light on it, that's just what he does on his YouTube channel.
The CoffeeZilla, the investigative YouTuber.
Yeah, and he's really good at it. He does a great job. His creative team's really good at it, painting the picture. But I hope Logan's not doing those things on purpose. Like, because if
I wouldn't say on purpose.
Yeah, if he fell into a wrong group or something and he didn't know, I don't know.
I would say this too, because CoffeeZilla was saying it's not all Logan Paul. It's mostly the due diligence that they put into the project.
And that kind of shit that guy is saying Logan's a part of, if he was really a part of that, Logan would be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
There would be, again, they'd be looking for his location. He's here. Go get him. So, and that doesn't happen. So I don't know on that one. I don't
think Logan Paul's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I just think he's just another celebrity who endorsed something that he clearly didn't have enough knowledge into. Just like Tom Brady and Stephen Curry and all these other famous people that were endorsing publicly FTX, which is clearly not a good company.
Yeah, and you just got to do fucking really good research.
Yeah, and all their managers are the real people that should be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, maybe you got trust in somebody and you think they're going to take care of it somehow.
I pay my manager to manage the stuff I do. I would imagine that they're good at that.
There's so
They're
much.
not.
There's so much with that Logan Paul shit that I don't even know. So I didn't really want to talk about Logan because you know what I mean. I like Logan Paul, and I don't want to believe he's doing bad things either because he does a lot of good things. I feel like it's good. I feel like he's made mistakes and then fixed them.
He still has all of his eggs in the crypto zoo too. If he would have pulled his money out, that would look way worse.
Like the one guy that you hate that's getting ready to go to jail because then he sell something or do something.
Oh well, it's an admission of guilt to even have millions of dollars for bail to post bail. Yeah.
So he was ready.
Well, he
knew this is gonna happen.
He said he didn't have any funds or did anything, but he clearly had enough stashed for himself.
Damn. We're talking about
that SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, the former CEO.
So much going on, and I think we're in this world right now where so many new things, new ways.
Anyone who's investing a lot into crypto without doing any research kind of deserves it because it's the Wild West right now. You shouldn't do stupid shit like that.
You're right.
It's stupid. You're all stupid for that.
Oh yeah, damn. But to deserve it, that's harsh.
500,000 into a crypto egg? You're an idiot. You're dumb.
I think it's dumb too because you better have the fucking kind of money to be even doing that kind of stuff. You better have that kind of money to lose, and first, you better be a billionaire to be doing that kind of stuff.
That's how any investment is to me. Logan's not a bad guy. If you're investing money into something, I expect to lose all of it, and then when I don't and I gain a return, that's a win.
True.
But I would never do something like that.
Damn. All right, we're going long after today. Let's do a little UFC talk. Let's do a little UFC talk. Because there's so much going on in our boys' division, bantamweights. I fucking called that shit, dude. Aldo said he's gonna go up after the Henry fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then so again, how are you even thinking about that kind of stuff? Henry Cejudo, you know what I mean? There's all these people. You have all these Sean O'Malley, these people that are right there. I know it's hard for him to make the weight. Cheeto was talking shit, saying, "Oh yeah, he's pretty much a cheater. Look how much weight he cuts for even making it."
Oh, stop! If you can make the weight, you can make the weight.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with Cheeto on that, dude. If you're fucking walking around 50 pounds heavier and you make a 50-pound weight cut to go beat up on a smaller person, dude.
What was your weight when you walked on the scale?
Yeah. Oh, I know. But how come you can't hang with your class? It's because you can't.
Oh, well, I would want to get as many belts as possible. So just like boxing champs like Sugar Ray Leonard, all the guys your dad was talking about, they have 5 different weight classes.
Alexander Volkanovski, I get it. I get it, Alex. I get that. Go get that. I get it. Because look at what he's done already. You know what I mean?
So it could be just to get more belts and build your legacy. They might not necessarily think they can't handle another weight class.
Aljo upsets me. Because I think, plus you don't even know if you're going to win. You don't even know what if you lose. You're still probably going to go up. But
I think he beats Henry.
We'll see, dude. We'll see.
Henry is an Olympic-level wrestler, though.
Is the fight even going to happen? Because look at all the puzzle pieces moving. They're moving more puzzle pieces besides the title fight. Cheeto versus Sandhagen. Okay. Whatever happens with Cejudo and fucking Aljo, whatever happens. Vacant title. Or maybe Henry's there. There's just
Yeah, it would be crazy if Henry left right after winning if he did win.
In order for this to happen, this has to happen. That's the game we're playing right now. But right now, we got Cheeto versus Sandhagen. And Sean O'Malley just sitting in the wings. If for some reason that title became vacant and it was Sean versus the winner of Cheeto versus Sandhagen, I'm down.
Yeah.
That's sick as fuck.
The best case scenario would be for Aljo to win then, because he's going to go up, and then it would be a bank about Henry winning would cause Henry and what you think, Cheeto or the winner of Cheeto? You think they'd give it to Sean? They should.
Depending on what Henry does, I think Henry would defend the belt against Sean.
Would Henry get the option to choose between those two?
No,
Henry don't get option. You either get Sean or you either get the winner of Cheeto versus Sandhagen.
They give it's Sean.
I would like that too.
Yeah, and I guarantee it. Even if I bet 100%, if they're like, okay, next is Sean Henry, and we're shooting for this date, and Henry said some bullshit and said no and was gonna maybe drag it out. I could even see them making it a vacant title of Sean versus the winner of the Sandhagen versus.
True.
100%.
Because that would be a bigger draw.
Yeah.
Any fight that Sean's gonna be in is gonna be a bigger draw than
100%.
Henry.
Yeah. So, and I just wish they would announce the fight, or if it's gonna. I'm wondering after Aljo saying that, it's like, dude, is this fight even gonna happen? We'll see. And then they announced Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez.
Yeah, I saw.
I thought that was a good match. Like, damn, good job for Adrian Yanez to get that. But who do you think wins that?
I'll give Adrian Yanez.
You're gonna go with Adrian.
I'm gonna go Adrian.
Rob Font's really good. He's really good. I think he's one of the best in the division. And he's pretty experienced. I'm not saying Adrian's not experienced, but it's definitely way less than Mr. Rob Font. So right now, early prediction, I'm going Rob Font.
Okay. I think we got difference there. I like it.
Yeah. We'll see as time goes on. We get a little closer. But, yeah. So, a lot going on right now in the bantamweight division. I'm interested. Dooho Choi.
What's going on with Dooho Choi?
That's a long time since anyone's heard that name.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, dude. I'm like,
Louis.
I know. He was put on a poster pretty quickly. Like, there was a lot of hype behind Dooho Choi back in the day. He was on an 8-fight winning streak, finishes, KOs and TKOs, flying knees, whole bunch of crazy shit before he lost to, who was it?
Did Jeremy Stevens beat him too?
Cub Swanson.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy Stevens beat him. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Charles Jourdain, who knocked him out back in 3 years ago, 2019. And Jeremy Stevens and the Cub Swanson. He's already been, which is cool because that fight got inducted into the Hall of Fame. The Cub Swanson and Dooho Choi.
Really?
Yeah. So there was so much hype behind this dude. There was so much, and then he's on this 3-fight losing streak. His career, dude, is something else. It was like 2016, 2015, 16, 17, one fight each year. Then he gets up to the fight with Cub Swanson. Pretty sure that's when he loses that Hall of Fame fight. Then I'm pretty sure fights Jeremy Stevens in St. Louis. That's where he loses there. Then I'm pretty sure he had to do his 2-year military time.
Oh, right, because you have required 2 years.
Yeah. Then he comes back, loses to Charles Jourdain by knockout. First time fighting in 3 years now. But he was trying, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Yeah, there was a fight that he had. Injuries have kept him off. Why it's been so long this time. But I always really liked Dooho Choi. It's just been tough. These last 3 fights and timing and everything. Be tough.
I mean, if you can't beat Cub Swanson or Jeremy Stevens, I don't see you ever becoming champ then.
Oh, do you remember the Cub Swanson fight, though? That was pretty epic. And the Jeremy Stevens one, that we saw that live, and Jeremy's just got that pop, you know?
And you're going to get more hype behind you, too, when you're from a country that doesn't have as many fighters coming out of it. I mean, South Korea has a good amount of people, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I think they gave him a good return fight because that dude's 1-4. Kyle Nelson, he's 1-4 in the UFC, so he needs to win just as bad.
Yeah.
That's going to be in April.
Damn. And then I got to talk about the Rizin versus Bellator results, man. A clean sweep. If I'm Scott Coker, I'm happy. I'm like, we're pretty good.
I've always liked Scott. He's always, besides, if there was no UFC and Dana White, it'd be that guy, I feel like.
Because I would never, if I'm the CEO or the president of the fighting organization, I'm not having my guys fight these people.
Yeah.
Because then they all lose. What do I say if I'm the Rizin president? Our fighters are still good.
I'm rethinking.
It was all decision wins, if that means anything. It wasn't like clean knockouts.
Win's a win.
Yeah.
Sweep's a sweep.
Sweep's a sweep. Yeah. Rest in peace, Rizin. Good luck getting your fighters.
Dude, rest in peace, Stephen Bonner.
Oh, my God.
And what's sad is he seemed to have a lot of struggles going on with himself and shit, which is pretty sad. bad year.
We lost 2 sport legends. Yeah. One in UFC and one in soccer with Pele.
Dude, I still like going. I always like going back and rewatching Ultimate Fighter sometimes, and that first season's always fun because of his shit with Diego Sanchez with the asparagus.
Oh yeah,
I always thought that was funny because Diego got fucking pissed, and Stephen Bonner got pissed. But what a iconic moment for Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonner, dude. That was when we started getting into it.
Mm-hmm. And then like UFC was on the verge of bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So for
to save it,
the Ultimate Fighter to be such a success with the reality television show picked up by Spike, that's a really cool story.
That fight's always been the talk of everything ever since it, of why the UFC is what it is. So it's just sad. Very sad year for the UFC fighters, losing all of them. It's tough, but yeah. It was cool what Forrest Griffin said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel bad. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, Stephen Bonner.
Yeah.
Because he was young, too, which is sad.
Oh, yeah.
At least Pele had lived like a full life and was, a legend.
Pele passed away, too. Damn.
85, yeah.
He had that fucking kick. What's pretty cool, I guarantee they're going to make another movie. I'm sure there's so many movies about the dude, but I'm sure they're going to make another one now. But I just thought when I read about him a little bit, when I learned some shit after he passed away, I was like, damn, he's the reason why this shit's here in America?
Or at least why it's so popular.
Yeah.
Kind of like Stephen Bonner way, boosting the popularity of his sport.
Damn. Because I always knew of Pele because of that kick he had behind, like from the back. Mm-hmm. That was always cool. That was fucking, can you imagine being there for that? Seeing that shit? You'd be like, what the fuck did we just see? I bet that was cool. Like some Michael Jordan from the 3-point line dunking shit.
Damn.
Or not 3-point free throw or whatever it was. And then, what's her name? Just Barbara Walters passed away last. Jobins are probably like, who the fuck is Barbara Walters?
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, she passed away yesterday.
Barbara Walters.
60 Minutes.
Okay,
one of the first
journalist.
One of like first TVs, like pioneer for women being on it, being a TV journalist and shit. My mom always watched 60 Minutes growing up and all that kind of shit. There was that one, I forget his name, but he had a little segment at the end all the time. He's passed away too. Andy Rudney, I think. But I always really enjoyed watching Barbara Walters with my mom. It was always kind of a special time, maybe late at night. Just the way she interviewed people. She was really good at it. Mm-hmm. And she had, I don't know, her voice was very calming and smooth. And I just really liked her. My mom really liked her. So I always enjoyed watching them. Yeah, a little sad.
Rest in peace, Barbara Walters.
Yeah, rest in peace. Dude, Gillian Robertson, did you see that?
She submitted Rose Namajunas fast too.
65 seconds at the Fury Pro Grappling. 6. But, dude, what's really cool about Gillian Robertson, dude, yeah, it's a tough year for Rose. Ouch. 65 seconds. Bro, Gillian holds the record for the most submissions, 6 in the history of women's divisions in the UFC.
I was going to say, her jiu-jitsu's got to be
she's a badass.
Levels ahead of Rose's.
And with the different rules and everything. With
it's not an MMA fight.
Yeah, it's like Tim getting to do in his world with a lot of the UFC fighters.
Right, and he would wreck a bunch of them. If not, maybe all. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
But I just thought, I'm like, damn, she's got dude, that's impressive. Ronda only had 3 in the bantamweight. Gillian's got 6 in flyweight, and then McKenzie's the third with 4.
Ronda only had 3? I thought she was armbarring everyone.
Dude, that's what I thought too. I had to go back and look.
It's only 3. Well, she is a pioneer in women's sports, so it's like, the amount of fights these women are having now too is probably a lot more.
Dude, insane. I thought that was pretty cool for Gillian. Wow. Sad for Rose, but I think it's pretty cool for Gillian.
I wouldn't be too hard on myself.
Yeah,
it wasn't a full MMA UFC fight.
And especially against someone like that.
If she got subbed in 60 seconds in a championship fight or something, though, that would be. Yeah. Yo, I did want to bring this up. Did you hear? Bill Cosby is going to do another comedy tour. Whose idea is this to let this guy do it? I'd be like, you're old already. Just stay out of the limelight. Isn't that crazy?
The fact that people are.
And who's going to buy a ticket? I wouldn't. I don't want to see that guy talk and perform.
Right? But it's almost like, I bet there's people out there that are going to go, dude.
There's definitely people that are going to go. I'm like, Bill, stay out. You've done enough already.
He was convicted.
Yeah. He served his time.
Look at.
I wanted to bring this up because I was like, how far do you go to give someone a second chance? And he's already old enough. Does he even need chances?
Look at OJ, dude. I know he wasn't this good. You could say it's completely different.
Another guy gets a good one, no.
But he wasn't convicted. Bill Cosby was convicted.
Ooh, I see what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
actually worse for Cosby.
Yeah. And then OJ went to jail
for something else
for
that wasn't
some
that.
kind of stupid shit that would piss us off.
Right.
Maybe I made that bad decision too that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then now look at him though. He's going on pod. Now he just went on Full Send podcast, which he says he doesn't really do, but he's still out there doing shit.
This is true. I don't know,
And
man.
there's always the question with OJ. So it's like it's unanswered to me. We don't really know, but we do know.
Yeah, we know 100% with Bill Cosby.
And it was hard. And it was like, really?
My heart already
Bill
dropped.
Cosby did this,
Little Bill?
dude.
Come on.
Bill Cosby, dude. Hey. You know what I mean? So to be heartbroken like we were as fans of Bill Cosby, and then you're doing this fucking absolute horrible person type shit,
Right.
and then he serves his time, and now we're gonna actually go watch him be funny.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be funny about this?
I don't like it at all.
Or is he saying sorry?
I feel like if you are out there being funny after all this shit happened, you didn't learn shit then.
I know, and that's almost like satanic.
I'm against it. If I was his manager, I'd been like, you just stay home, man.
Yeah.
You got a few good years left to live, not in prison. Enjoy those, because you're lucky you got those.
He's gonna get killed. He'll get shot.
I don't think so.
Right?
I don't know, man.
Because, dude, think about the victims. Think about what he did.
Yeah.
And so it's like those people who are going to watch him and like, man, maybe there's some, those people who are like, you're fascinated by the darkness of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Jeffrey Dahmer. We watched Jeffrey Dahmer. Everyone was fascinated. Maybe it's like that.
Scaring me. OJ, him, the other guy that they're having a stupid Netflix show about, the hitchhiker guy who also killed someone or something.
Maybe religion's
they're stretching.
Real. Maybe religion's real. Maybe all this shit's about to end soon because because devil shit's just being painted in front of us,
promoted.
Yeah. Who knows?
I wanted to bring that up because I feel like you would have got to. Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for the reaction. I knew it was gonna be messed up.
Yeah. That's crazy. Let us know what your thoughts on that is, Jobins. You gonna go see Bill Cosby live? Let me know.
If you do, please don't tell anyone. I feel like I couldn't even tell anybody that.
Yeah. But that's it, Jobins. Happy fucking New Year. Let's ring in a new year being better with whatever you got. Make small adjustments. If you're thinking huge, you're like, oh, I want this huge accomplishment. Let's fucking tone it down. And let's look at smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Realistic goals, but if you meet those crazy goals, that's even more accomplishment.
So
let's go.
You're a legend and keep going. But yeah, have a safe New Year, Jobins. Hope we all made it back to next episode. Deuces.
Deuces.